तो अपना तो ऑटोमेशन ना
पूरा मार है पूरा मार
इधर जाओ तो जो भाई मिलने वाला है।
अबे नहीं वैसा नहीं होता नॉर्मल एग्जीक्यूटिव स्पीड में अलग अलग होता है ना। नहीं ऐसा नहीं ये 4D एक्सेल
4D
नॉर्मल में वो पता है मेरे को तो दे उधर चला जाए भाई किसी में पानी और डलेगा वही पानी और ठंडी है वो ऐसी रही बहुत ही बात है अरे यार तो पानी गिरता था
बस chocolate punch I have
देख भाई 4 10 की 5 10 से 4 10 से के अच्छा मान 4 10 का सॉरी मेरे को उल्टा 4 1 बहुत कुछ बोल देता सेकंड पार्ट मूवी का से बाहुबली 1 और बाहुबली 2 उसके बाद जो भी सेकंड पार्ट है सब ये बाहुबली का सही नहीं है तू हमारा लड़ हो जाएगा भाई ये जो मैच है कोई भी जीते मतलब दोनों में
अच्छा लास्ट ये चल रहा है
क्या शो
ये नॉर्मल बॉल में भी है
और है वाशिंगटन में बहुत करना
11:20
एएम कब
11:20 एएम टाइम
कब डेट डेट बोल ना अरे दाना दाना क्यों बोल रहा है वो थोड़ी देखी है अभी तो समझ नहीं आ रहा है हम क्या करें कार डेट पूछ रहा बीमारी है क्या पामिच क्या पामिच पामिच में कौन सा बोले मूवी का नाम है पामिच
पीवीआर से मस्त
पीवीआर का आई थिंक पोटेंशियल साडल के माथेरान भारत का है बैग लो चलते भाई बस जिधर सर में मुझे नहीं और जिधर सोचते हुए भाई मैं बता रहा हूं अब मैं उठा चले जाते गाड़ी में बैठ के ये मूवी किधर बनी है कुछ अभी देखना वो इंश्योरेंस का बना है वही में जाते हैं और उसी घर में बैठ के देखते हैं भाई तो हम भी लेकिन अब देखो फिर पूरा अपना काम सर है सर है
What time? Tell me the time.
4:10 PM
Coming.
अभी परसों
But I'll be having lectures.
नो सुबह भी तो है संडे होता है ना
But I'll be. Now what date?
सिनेपोलिस अरे सिनेपोलिस का लेक्चर्स
1:30 PM.
हां तो 4:10 का भी है
तो 1:30 PM क्यों बोला?
1:30 को भी नहीं है सॉरी 1:30 का भी कर लेते हैं 1:35 का पे आएंगे हम लोग अरे हां स्कूल में तो मैं स्कूल होगा ना छुट्टी पागल है क्या इस्लाम में अभी छुट्टी था
Is that day a holiday?
for whom
For me.
I don't know your time it's 13 301 only.
नहीं
500 तक
पूरा कुछ दोपहर का शुरू हो जाता है
You sit down, sit down. That's why I'm planning 9:30 रहेगा ना. My college lectures are not very easy.
सर 9:30 हम लोग होते ही है
अब बुक के नाम से तो
अरे उस दिन स्कूल होगा तो
स्कूल में कौन सी होता है?
अरे स्कूल होगा तो
हाँ, देख सही बोला. क्या बोला तुमने? If we can miss that child, you join us. I'll try to check the timing.
सर 19 is the last school.
Wednesday I'm checking.
19
आगे निकल जाएगा अभी का वो
9:45 a.m.
कब है?
And it is wait. मेरे लिए तो मेरा घर का bridge cross कैसे वही.
अरे तो घाट को
Look here. And it is 112 rupees only. And we can.
नहीं वो
पर 40x देखो आपको भी देख रहे हो लेकिन 40x नहीं है क्या ऐसा लिखा है 40x में 450 रुपीस दिखा
She is not coming there at 7. 6 then
450 each
Let me check my holidays man. तू तुरंत
आप बताना फिर हम कैसे लिखते हैं ना
हाँ क्या सर Wednesday को क्या है क्या है फेस्टिवल क्या है
कुछ नहीं है हम लोगों को बर्तन भी इट्स अ हॉलिडे
उनको क्या लगता है यूनिवर्सिटी ताला मार
अरे 4 बजे
मेरा एक्चुअली को ना बाहर निकल ओके सर आज मूवी जब करते सर सोचता
एक दिन छुट्टी में
अब देयर आर मोर देन 3000 स्टूडेंट्स उनको कैसे पढ़ाएंगे
और रिकॉर्डेड लेक्चर सुनाते हैं
they don't record messages okay we'll see to it come on let's finish this chapter quick इधर बाकी है yeah, and there is one chapter called food security that is also activity she is very fast in this activity she is booking right now only you got a balance account write down next heading khana ka NPP National Population Policy of 2000 Yeah, this is very important question, so please write down NPP 2000. And that's Rajula is not very far. Even if you come by train, not exactly opposite of the station.
Yeah.
And where is the means of KP Maharaj?
What? Ragulila. Where is it?
Mashi.
Mashi.
Mashi. अगर मुझे दशहरा है तो मुझे छुट्टी है
ट्यूसडे
तो फिर को लगना है अभी कॉलेज है ना
अभी आपको दिखा मुझे बस
अरे राहुलीला से देखा 4dx
बट ऐसा डराना उनका 4D जरूरी है
हां 4D कैसे आएगा
तभी तो आता है
रोई भी कैसे सर आप चल already scared
okay now we are cutting it short only the chapter the things we'll see afterwards right now it was what it was the government initiative of a comprehensive family planning policy.
Government, it was the government
Initiative of family planning program, not policy. Comprehensive family planning program. In 1952, I'll tell you what is this. Second, its main aim was to promote a responsible and planned parenthood, or responsible and planned parenthood. You understand what is parenthood? The parents taking care of the children in a best possible manner. Parenthood on a voluntary basis. On a voluntary basis. Parenthood on a voluntary basis. Why is this word voluntary so important, guys? After the corona, there were so many children in Maharashtra only, hardly 1, 2 or 3 years old, neither father nor mother. So Maharashtra government floated the news, those who are married couple in Maharashtra and those who do not have a children are most welcome to adopt these poor. Understand what I am saying? And many people came forward. Is it a responsible parenthood? Yes. So here also what we are saying, you might have seen the street urchins. When the parents are poor, they will have 5, 6, 7, 8 children. The poor do not think that when the child takes birth that you have to spend money for schooling, education that your parents do. But parents are lack of education, correct? So they see if family is large, what will happen? Earning will also be more. But don't you think so? Family large, मतलब बच्चा maternity ward से सीधा labor ward से होते हुए company में थोड़ी घुसेगा. But इनके लिए कोई problem नहीं है ना. छोटा बच्चा को भीख मांगने के लिए, you understand what all the things they do. So that is where the problem starts. So now, like we have an IPR. What is IPR? Industrial Policy Resolution. Now we have agricultural planning program. Government of India for the first time told, let us have programs specially for population. That is why they named this NPP. Introduced in the year. Now we will be doing the objectives. Look at the program started working since 19. I mean, that is why they are saying the parents should be what? Responsible. What is planned? There are certain families in India, even today I have seen, the first child is getting married and the second child is taking birth. You know Kamala Hassan, the big actor. He was born on the day when his elder brother was getting married. And they are high class Brahmin. Even eyes of both accommodated. Look at the gap between his and his elder brother. You at this age of 9th standard, you are understanding so much means. I should be ये educational literacy दूसरा level का है. ठीक है, I'll accept it. This is also important. है ना? So here I want to explain the word voluntary. Now you say the word voluntary means they do this so that the country like India should have the development like America. Correct? American lifestyle we don't want. Here Indians are quite responsible mother and father. Like we have many popular singers or many popular dancers in America. Like Madonna, everybody knows. No? Madonna. She has 4 children, out of which 2 she knows the father, children's, and the other 2 neither the bacha nor the father nor the mother. Can we have such situation in India? I am writing a leave note from my 9th standard bacha, and leave note goes like this. Tomorrow my mother getting married, so please give grant me 2 days. And look at the comedy of the teacher also. She asked which mother. So that's for me it is second, for my dad it is third. So there are various complexities in India where the problem takes place. Just one minute. So write the next these objectives. These objectives one below the other. Major objectives are just 1 minute. Just copy down the point.
Would be late marriage.
बनना है एक ही होगा ना इंडिया में यूट्यूब में
अरे वो छोड़ साउथ साइड में भी एक है उसकी 34 बच्चे about 94 और उसमें से कुछ
Yeah, I only give it. You might wait. Are you able to write that? Please write down. I'll explain more. Okay, what is her name? Your name? Isha, is it? You mind? I said, children, take a class. It's okay. You happy? Sometimes you become very serious and I'm unable to understand. That's what I'm asking. Because one you came from a lecture, then you ran away so long. There was a big gap. Why did you not come? After the first lecture that you were in. Then she came only
after that you did not came.
It is not you did not came. You did not come. Just because voluntary thodi department has given you were there regularly. ये स्मिथ है ना कुछ भी मेरे ऊपर बोलता रहता है. Because I remember very well you once came and then after that I don't know. I never attended your class. That's very bad. Please wait for the timing on English. Good.
The last chapter I did with him was poverty at the time.
Even the same chapter you guys were in? Good. And please, मेरे बच्चों से हाथ में हर दिन हाथ में हमेशा हाथ के रखी थी वाले को बात चश्मा निकालते वही बाजी करनी होती है What is written? Now how many points are there? So let us have one student's reading. I will explain in detail. Let's start with you know my little bit of spin. तो उसी को spin. अच्छा read करना. समझ नहीं समझ रहे तो सामने अवश्य मिलेगी. अंदर नहीं जाने का हाँ please. How does the child will be exhausted देखने से पहले डर जाएगा. ये लोग भी काफी अच्छा uncivilized से बेटे वो पत्ते पे डालते हैं नीचे जाके तीनों बराबर ये पीछे
marriage and childbearing.
It's very simple to say. In India, the marriage for the girls is only 18. Even today, doctors and even Europeans say this is an young age. So having more than 2 child is very possible. Now the government of India says both for the boys and the girls, the age should be little bit lifted up. Got it? Second point. What's her name? Rucha.
Education of adolescents about the risks of unprotected sex.
This I think no need me to discuss it. You might do only discussing. है ना? चलो next point. अच्छा आप लोग मान लिया मुझे लगा बोलेंगे नहीं सर आपको नहीं मालूम.
समझा
मुझे एक तो समझाएगा.
Many contraceptive services.
ये भी understood. अगर फिर भी आपको पूछना तो पूछो.
पूछो बताओ.
So now you see it in the ad. There are certain things where we keep the family distant. Correct. First and the second child. The first child and the second child gap should be minimum 5 years. But there are certain family 1 to 5 में पूरा 1 साल का बच्चा, 2 साल का और एक बच्चा, 3 साल का और एक बच्चा, 4 साल का. अरे gap रखो. For that the government will do some family planning operations. And there are market instruments where we can keep the distance between the first and the second child. Go to next.
Providing food supplements.
It's very simple. In India, we have IMR. What is IMR? Infant mortality rate. What is that infant? Children between 1 to 3 years die in large numbers. Whereas we have MMR. What is MMR? Maternal mortality rate. either the mother or the child, or sometimes both mother and child also die during the time of delivery. That is also very high in India. So government of India supplies nutritional food to these mothers mainly for two child. Third child ko mana nahi karega, but generally understand. Correct?
Strengthening legal measures to prevent child marriage.
Abhi simple hai. Abhi there are many people even today in interior parts of Gujarat and Maharashtra, the child marriage is still on. I haven't seen very forcefully, but it is something against our present rules. Even the present Prime Minister, many people tease him. He was married when the girl was 9 years and he was just 11 years old. And the lady is still alive. She is working in some orphanages of there. That's why this Congress party says, "अपना पति को नहीं बचा, उसको पत्नी है क्या बच्चा है उसको खुद नहीं मालूम, तुझे क्यों इतना टेंशन?" हाँ बराबर है ना. The boy was 11 and the girl was only 9. Child marriage. During Narendra Modi when he was 8, this could have been a custom. And that lady still works with some orphanages, and this man, except the mother, he doesn't have any. In fact, there are 7 people along with him, 3 brothers or sisters. I don't know. One of the brother has been working in petrol pump, not as an owner, as petrol filling. He is the CM of the PM of the country. And उनका बड़ा भाई अभी उसका किराना का खुद का दुकान है, वरना बेचारा किराना का दुकान में काम करता था. Can you imagine Rahul Gandhi and Sonia Gandhi like this? Crorepati. So look how simple this person called Narendra Modi. When his mother died also, if you remember that day, he just attended and he wanted to go to West Bengal to open up that Vande Bharat train. But since he cannot fly, so he did the flag hoisting or whatever it was through electronic medium. And that lady called Mamta Banerjee, she was not offered the center chair in the stadium where this ceremony was done. So she left down. और नरेंद्र मोदी बेचारा अपने मम्मी को गांधा दिया, जो भी करने का था, तुरंत वो इलेक्ट्रॉनिक मीडिया में जाके उस ट्रेन का स्क्रीनिंग ऑफ कर दिया. ना तो courtesy है. So this is what politics is in India. Are you understanding what I'm saying? So we always believe Indian government keeps up very, very good policies, but it is all only on the paper. Next point, who's it? All done? Any point? He, marriage जब 9 और 11 साल में क्या चाहिए?
अभी तो
वो खुद ही बच्चा है, तो वो अभी बच्चे को
जब वो एज हो जाए.
They did not stay together. He left when he was hardly 25 from his house only. He was in Badrinath and Kedarnath. There, this fellow, there is one Baba, actually, still alive, close to 5,000 years old. Very few people have seen him. So he is the person who guided this fellow. ये तेरा काम इधर नहीं है.
अश्वत्थामा है क्या?
मतलब तो आत्मा है. ये सिर्फ एक spirit है. And even Rajnikant goes in that cave. Very few people have seen him, and he's still 21 years old looking, sir. Very few. So that is how this Narendra Modi has come to politics. If not, he was gone for life. Chai wala to uska dad tha. He was going to school. Before he goes to school, he was helping his dad to sell the cheese. There are so many secrets around the himself doesn't. Shall we go to the next study? Yes. Come on.
Done.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Literacy rate हो गया, occupational sector issue सब हो गया ना, health और adolescent तो नहीं चाहिए. Shall we go to the next? नहीं मैं पूछ रहा हूँ चाहिए. चलो let's. God is going to read with thump and luxury. If not, we are going to give an pump and luxury. हाँ, हुक्का पानी बंद कर देंगे इसका. Read it now. Read it.
The most significant feature of Indian population is the size of its adolescent population.
देखो now you are adolescent. Neither you are an adult nor you are a child. Now the problem with this adolescent, neither I can put them into the child age group, nor I can put them into the earning age group. In fact, you guys call yourself as teenagers. So one of my college students was 14, 13, 12, 13, 14. Till 18, I am a teenager. 19, then also teenager. 20, no teenager. कुछ भी लॉजिक मतलब तो लॉजिक देखना उसका. फिर मतलब 18 में वोटिंग मिलता है वो मालूम नहीं, but we are all teenagers. So that is not the logic. Neither you are 18 or above 17, nor you are below 7 or 9. So this population is huge in India. Now, what is the government's duty? To provide them education and sanitation, hygiene. Because you, by the time become an earning population, you must be in a position that you are health, mental, every fitness should be. But India में opposite है. This population is only disregarded. अब पब्लिक को हमको तो सब मिलता है. Hardly 20 to 30%. Rest 70% of the children do not get studies. Let's go to the next.
It constitutes 1/5 of the.
It's constitutes. See, read it again.
1/5 of the total population.
What is the word 1/5? If I say 100, 1/5 कितना रहेगा? 25% यही population. Then it is a trouble for India. Let's see.
Adolescents are generally viewed in the age group of 10 to 19.
I was correct, is it? 10 to 19. Teenage. Sir, Sachi.
They are the most important resource for the nutrition requirements of the adolescent.
Underline the word nutrition. You know, average boy at this age should get 2,400 calories. And for a girl, it is close to 3,000 calories. I mean, why? These children grow up till the age of 16. Girls. By the time you grow 18, your growth retards, girls. Whereas the boys' growth starts only by 16. You might have seen your own friend till 10th standard was born at Pune like this. 11th he is become so tall. That is why your age group requires more calories as compared to the age group. Now you might see like this. After 2-3 years, you see, So let's proceed.
Poor nutrition can lead to deficiency and
Stunted growth. So she is reading with a fumbling. Go ahead.
In India, the diet available to the adolescents is inadequate in all.
Now it is underlined the word inadequate. Look at my pronunciation, look at yours. You are more fluent.
So what is
Inadequate means less than the required level. Stunted means with your age and what is that? Weight, certain growth you should attain. I have not seen so many persons in India are born as that dwarf people. They might be 35 years old, but they are more like that 5-year-old child. Carry on. I understood the indirect response. Carry on.
A large number of adolescent girls suffer from anemia.
Underline that word. Hey, what is anemia? Everybody knows. Udhar hi likh lo, iron deficiency disease. Many children in India suffer with this anemia. Hey, come on, I have to start food security.
The problem have so far not received adequate attention in the process of development.
Why is it adequate attention? Shall I pronounce like you do? Just don't stress on that word. Go ahead.
The adolescent girls have.
Dawson. Yes, एक alphabet मुंह से बाहर
The adolescent girls have to be sensitive to the problems. They are very sensitive.
He is catching thread.
The adolescent girls have to be sensitized to the problems.
Sensitize. क्या कर रहा तू उनके साथ?
no sensitize them?
कोई तो बोल रहा
Go ahead.
The problems they confront.
Confront. Then you write facing. So for you, it's a laughing matter. There are so many girl children in India who are orphans, who are thwarted away by the family, who are pushed into some other unwanted lines. In Nepal and Bangladesh, the girls are sold to foreigners also. Utter poverty. But in India, that's not the scene. Here they are put into unwanted work, put into stress, put into Rajendra Rajaram Mohan Roy had a problem. Sati was a problem just to protect the ladies after the death of the husband, because the Britishers were, you understood what I want to say? So the girls, the wives were burnt alive. So this is an heinous crime for you and me not understand. But what is this aristocratic or fanatic Hindu soul? Instead of living a life of a hell, you know what the lady has to do? She has to shave her head till the time of death. She has to wear only the white clothes. And if your house is having 4 rooms, she will be locked up in the room till she does not die. Food and everything only behind. She's having better so both are serious. So Rajaram Mohan Roy's sister was a victim of such. That is why he was in that. But he did not die. It was Lord William Bentinck. If somebody asks you who banned it, it was Rajaram Mohan Roy's effort. The Governor General only banned. So even today in India, sex ratio को बताया आप लोग को, due to unequal sex ratio in India, we have this female children are becoming lesser and lesser because of 2 problems. Did I say female infanticide is there in India?
Yes.
Did I explain this?
Yes.
And then one more problem is female feticide.
Yes.
Now Maharashtra was the first state to ban this test by the doctors. Did I say this also?
Yes.
Good. आपको याद है, good यार. No, good. And now the whole India is doing it. But don't you think still in rural areas for money the doctors are doing it?
Yes.
Because unless and until it is not reported to the police and it is not recorded, that number does not come to this. Unrecorded ही चले जाता है. Okay, even today, I don't know whether you have gone to that area called Noida, Delhi, that area. For a girl, moving out of her house a little bit dark in the night is real dangerous. At least Mumbai is, I feel, very safe. At least the boys, whoever the gents are, they are very caring. I've seen even late in the night when they are by mistakenly entering into the gents bogie, at least the gents are there to protect. As compared to a ladies bogie where Pandu is standing somewhere in the corner and the crime is happening. बहुत बार हुआ. So some ladies voluntarily enter into the gents bogie and they are safe unless until someone drunk or some. And 90% gents देखता है कि that lady is safely coming up. So that is what we have to develop. अभी देखो ये co-education system. You understand what is co-education? Where at least you are understanding the emotions of the girl as you are understanding the emotion of your friend who is a boy. I respect all the girls just because she is not belonging to my sex doesn't mean that I should judge her as a co-education boys are very much understanding and take the respect of the girls. The problem comes when they are studying only through the boys. And similarly, girls are also. They have never seen the boys till their 12th standard. Girls schools है ऐसे आएंगे girls.
बाहर तुम दिखते होंगे ना कहीं पे तो.
अरे बस मिक्स करना, हॉस्टल रहता है मिक्स करना क्या उनका कुछ मालूम नहीं ना. So suddenly when you are mixing, then the trouble starts. So that is why I always say the children, ठीक है, let them understand. इस टाइम पर वो लड़का मेरे साथ कैसा behave करेगा, इस टाइम पर ये लड़की कैसा behave. That is what the adjustment is. Anyway, you have to get into that eye sooner or later. But co-education is the best. I've seen so many girls and boys mixing together here also, but they are safely taking care of each other. What it is? अंदर का story मुझे नहीं सुननी. मेरा student है, देखा मैंने हाय हेलो करके मैं निकल गया. अगर वो student को लड़का लड़की को समझ गया सर क्यों आंख बंद करके गया, next time वो नहीं करे. अगर करता तो भी it's not my cup of tea. Understood? So I always believe we have to teach them in such a way that they understand. I said after 18 or 19 or 20, you have that maturity to decide who is right and who is wrong for you. But these cheap movies and other, I don't know what all the things you see, has really encouraged you to go ahead. So क्या सर ये तो बच्चा भी हो रहा है वो जरा तो भी हाँ सर मैं तो उससे एक लेवल आगे अरे आगे है पढ़ाई में दिखा ना. So we always tell them that CBSE arranges some sex education lectures in your school. अभी आएगा सर 9th में. हाँ हम लोग को आया था डिबेट डॉक्टर्स will come. Why not for your sections?
Adolescent
वो क्या boys and girls separate.
So it's not only for the
What did they say? Nothing. Now, I personally arranged in many colleges. My two friends are in doctor line. The ladies will come, they will attend only the girls section, and the boys team will come, they will attend the boys section. BCom students, 50. So, मेरा एक friend ही था जो टीम का lead था, तो उसने बोला आगे संसार के देखना तेरे students कितना डाउट पूछ रहे, बोला जाने जाने मैं आएगा तो शर्म आएगा, अरे तू आके तो बैठ, फिर मैं थोड़ा अंदर गया, चुप. Yeah, the lecture was on. They were showing videos and other things, so AIDS awareness, सब बता रहा. फिर वो डॉक्टर बोला now you can ask them. फिर जो बदले एक सोचा. फिर मैं बोला अरे मैं बाहर रहता हूँ. Yeah, बैठ. Then my friend told, अरे आपका सर है करके टेंशन मत लेना. You can ask. तो फिर एक दिन ने पूछा सर हाँ पूछो ना मुझे भी तो रखा है. हुआ जो भी सेशन वो मुझे नहीं बताने का. फिर I was in the staff room having a talk. Two girls came running. So ये लेक्चर कौन है? लिखो बहुत बुरी तरह. लेकर साल भर में इकोनॉमिक्स पढ़ा था. नहीं वो भी अच्छा है सर बड़ी ये अभी मैं क्या एक्सप्लेन करता. ठीक है जाओ नहीं सर नेक्स्ट लेक्चर कभी है. I can't blame it. He wants to know what it is right and what it is wrong. Instead of asking the same doubt to a girl or a boy at your age, वो क्या तुमसे 10 साल बड़ा है? और वो भी wrong. अभी ये डाउट मम्मी से जाके थोड़ी ना पूछ सकती है. या मैं पापा से लड़ता, पापा वो कर लेंगे. पापा अरे हम बोल अरे पापा वो काजू के साथ बात कर. नहीं बेटा तू मेरा आपको ठीक है ना बस पूछ ले अभी मम्मी को नहीं. So here the CBSE board allows you to understand.
तो
अरे हुआ ही नहीं. अच्छा ठीक है ये हम लोग ऐसा रूल्स में बोलते हैं और करते भी हैं. मेनली मैं डू इट फॉर माय 12th एंड माय ग्रेजुएट स्टूडेंट्स. बोलेंगे क्या देखियो तुझे पढ़ा हाँ सर बहुत अच्छा इसी सब्जेक्ट में पढ़ाऊं दूसरे पढ़े. So here you should get the knowledge. अभी देखो APP 2000 में there are certain points which I was skipping, but आप लोग ना ठीक है correct है because that is what the knowledge has to be. I said it has to be taught in a correct manner. Then only you will understand. So Government of India itself says let the adolescent child learn the thing. Abhi in America or in some UK like where a 9-year-old child can explain the whole system of delivery of a child. And the toys are made where one small tiny toy comes out of the mother's womb.
wow.
And they tell this is the delivery. And the 9-year-old says, I will know what is sexual education. And the bachche bolte bhi hai, you don't worry, I will explain everything. इसका साइज और मेरा साइज में कितना डिफरेंस है. बोला अरे कुछ नहीं स्कूल में सब सिखाते हैं वो भी लैपटॉप में भी दिखाते हैं यही होता है. तो 9th में बच्चा अपने मम्मी से पूछ रहा है आई एम गेटिंग मैरिड. यू आर टू लेट. नो टेल मी आई एम रिजर्व ऑलरेडी. अभी क्या बोल सकते हैं कि हमारा एक फैमिली फ्रेंड है तो लड़की उसकी मम्मी से पूछ रहे हैं. नो बेटा नो यू टेल मी हाउ विल ही ट्रीट मी. ये सब कैसे 9-year-old बच्चों को एक्सप्लेन करेंगे. यू डोंट टेल माय टीचर विल टेल मी टुमारो. ये हमारा 9th बच्चा अच्छा कितना गिफ्ट है. because if I hide it you will scratch it. Understand? देखो तुम्हारा माइंड भी ब्रेन यही बोलता है, अगर मैं बोलूंगा ना ये नहीं देखेगा देखिए चल देख, हाँ दैट इज ह्यूमन माइंड, बट इफ यू क्या है इसमें, अरे यू विल बी कैजुअली नॉट, so that is what I say, tell your बच्चा what it is. अभी मेरे घर में I remember Titanic is the movie which I watched with my mother. She was not allowing me to go to the theatre. नहीं जाएगा, नहीं जाएगा, क्यों नहीं जाएगा? And the movie was there, it was she was there and मम्मी यही हाँ very good हाँ. There were certain things मैं किचन जा रही हूँ, नहीं जाने का, बैठो देखो. ये थिएटर में भी दिखा नहीं. लगे वो पूरा बड़ा है, बट सीन मतलब इधर नहीं था ना, अच्छा मूवी है, मतलब तो थिएटर में क्यों नहीं, अच्छा नेक्स्ट टाइम मैं सोचती. नाउ आल्सो दैट एड एनी अदर कम शी वांट्स टू चेंज द चैनल. अभी आपके पापा शायद ट्राई करते रहेंगे, बच्ची बैठी है और वो रिमोट मिला एंड सडनली पापा इज पिकिंग अप द चैनल एंड चैनल इज नॉट चेंज.
नहीं ये अलग है, मैं खुद ही डिस्ट्रैक्ट कर देता हूं.
ही वेरी पहले दे दो बार देख चुका है.
He looks at me, what will he react like?
पापा जैसे and वो चैनल चेंज नहीं होता and पापा gets very angry and shouts at your mother, what is this remote is not working. मम्मी बोलते टेंशन में मोबाइल लेके क्यों कर रहे हो, और तू रिमोट ले. अच्छा क्योंकि बच्चा ने इसके तरह मोबाइल हाथ में दे दिया और रिमोट उठा के गई. And in theaters, Papa doesn't have the remote also. And Papa is saying the daughter and the son are looking at the scene very carefully. Suddenly it drops 1 or 2 points. बेटा वो क्या पापा अभी, अरे निकल बेटा, हाँ आजा आजा चलेगा पापा, अरे चलेगा वो गया. ऐसा 2 बार होता है, लगता है कि पापा का पॉइंट बार-बार उसी टाइम पे कैसे गिरता है. थर्ड टाइम द सीन कम्स, ये दोनों चिल्लाते पापा मेरा पॉइंट गिर गया, उठाओ. बोलते क्या उठाओ उठाओ. हाँ that is what the secret is. So we always tell them, the government of India tells very clearly, teach the adolescent children. So what will happen by the time they grow 18, 19, 20, they understand the knowledge perfect. Correct? So who was reading? Uzak was reading. Very deep. नहीं कभी-कभी वो इमोशनली पढ़ाता हूँ ना, तो आनंद जरा पढ़ता हूँ. वो देखो अपनी दुनिया में है, know that. Carry on.
Awareness can be improved through the spread of literacy and education among them.
हाँ, underline literacy and education. What is the difference between literacy and education? Literacy is only reading and writing. Education is spreading the knowledge. Go ahead.
National population policy.
ये हो गया ना? Chapter done. Now go to the question answers and tell me any question you want to give the answer.
Can you please science?
Science.
No. I didn't tell the reason. चुप रहे मार.
उसको बोलिए तो.
Sir, last year you taught science. Because we got
That was different.
So at least you taught that's not difficult.
Yes.
No.
Class.
School. School. They
Yeah,
just
you're
skip
not
that
taking
part.
science.
They just skip that
Why?
part. नहीं उनको शर्म आती है.
सर वो अलग से चैप्टर पढ़ा जिसमें हमारी क्लास की टीचर बोलती है
शर्म आ जाती है तो हाँ तो इसमें क्या है?
तो टीचर बोलती है सुनो ये सब पढ़ा दो इसलिए चुपचाप सुनो.
अरे पर सिलेबस में क्यों डाला है?
तो बच्चों को
She just said read and understand.
Then you should go to the principal saying, if it is there in the syllabus, I need each and every point of that. And it is your right. How come the teacher can skip? अगर उसको शर्म आता तो क्यों आएगी चीजें? हाँ that is what skip नहीं किया. हमारा इसमें क्या है करना नहीं था?
Explain क्या हमको बस पढ़ के छोड़ दिया.
अरे उसी जैसे बच्चे को ही पढ़ाने का. चलो write down food security in India. That's the last chapter in economics. But here you have taken the subject, na? And here it is done, na? And then what? Food security in India. A very important chapter, and this is write the first heading as meaning. Yeah, before writing, put the heading only. Come on, guys, write down this chapter. Quick. Sorry, why are you fighting with me? Leave him. Write down only the. But that is not included nowadays. Earlier, I used to teach that also UT taught. Hey, look here. Only write the heading, then I'll explain, then I'll give the meaning. Quick. Which page it is? Don't write, only the heading. Now, when we use the word security, you understand the meaning. India, soon after independence, experienced several famines. You know what a famine? Kolkata famine was the most, not Kolkata, Bengal, and it was an artificial famine. The president of London, called Winston Churchill, created this scarcity of food by exporting all the food grains to the war soldiers in London. And I can show you the pictures how many Indians died just because of that. But now we have a concept called the word food security. How do I explain a situation in which the government says the food should be affordable, easy to be purchased, price should be controlled, available throughout the year, it should be available, and most important, accessible. What is accessible? Every citizen of India must have an equal access to the food. Now you see, Corona, India was the only government in the world which provided not more than 9 months of free ration to all the BPL families below poverty. You and we were also there, but we were able to manage. But then government of India continued the program even for the next 6 months, because Corona opened doesn't mean the people are getting the job. So this was the biggest task of which department? Now you understand? Now we have a system called PDS. Everybody knows PDS? Come on, everybody, nobody is answering. No, that's very sad. It's called as public distribution system. Under this we have two, which you might be knowing. One I call it as a ration shop, other I call it as a fair price shops. So now the government gives minimum, I think, say kg, 15 kg of rice, sorry, not 15, 20 kg of rice or 15 kg of wheat, whichever it is you wanted, or it can be reversed. 20 kg of wheat and 15 kg of rice completely free of cost. Correct? But the quality is not so good, but that's okay. Then sugar they give you pulses. You understand pulses, na? But not free, because these are costly. So they give you at a heavily which price? Subsidized price. What is subsidized? Very cheap price in the market. Whereas here you go to fair price, you get all commodities, but then below the which price? Below the market. Now why we are doing all this? Because this main aim is to reduce the which level in India? At least in India, people should not die with a lack of food. I don't know if you remember the Green Revolution. The father of Green Revolution in India, he died recently. 28th September only he died. He was 97 years old. His name was M.S. Swaminathan. And the original scientist was a Greek scientist. His name was Norman Borlaug. सुना ही नहीं है? अभी बोलो रे जीके? अभी मत बोलो. अच्छा, out of syllabus है. So we always believe what India has achieved today. I said the word food security. What India has achieved today, no citizen of India at least dying without food. At least 3 times a meal the government is providing. So India, when it was 2014, it was how poverty level, not poverty, we can say corruption, and how it is today. I've got a small pic of that. That is what the achievement of Modi government. India was in 177th position, if I'm not correct, and today it is only just 70th position. So that is what Narendra Modi has ensured. The level of corruption has come down, but still there is. So level of poverty has come down, but still there is. But the poverty which was there in 20, 30 years before, and now it is absolutely less. Are you understanding what I'm saying? So that is what this chapter. So write down the heading in your notebook: food security. Giving the meaning. Meantime, I will check that the picture looks and find out. Okay. The term FS. What is FS? Refers to availability of food throughout the year to all the population, to all individuals, full stop. Accessibility of food, accessibility. That is, it should be within the reach of every citizen. You write price level should be controlled. Bracket में क्या लिखेंगे price level control का? Inflation. You know what is inflation ना? कुछ नहीं. हाँ, बताओ क्या? बोलो what is inflation everybody?
Coordinated with the
No, that is black market. Continuous rise in the price level को क्या बोला मैंने? Black market. Inflation. Correct. Write down the next. Affordability of food. Affordability of food. The minimum necessary food grains. The minimum necessary food grain should be available to all individuals at minimum possible price. At minimum possible. Okay, somebody has to. I am not reading from the word. Somebody help. Third point. How do you read the point? What do you read? You read.
कहाँ चाहिए? Affordability of food. Affordability of food. The minimum necessary food range should be available to all individuals at all possible price.
समझा? लिखा? चलो write the next heading then I will explain. Why do we need food security? अभी सिर्फ meaning दिया. What is food security? हाँ correct ही तो है. Why do we need food security? Write down 2 lines. Food security in India is a must. Food security in India is a must. Because point number 1, to save the poverty-ridden population. Poverty-ridden. You understand ridden, na? Spelling. R-I-D-D-E-N. Spelling. तेरा 9 का बच्चा तो रीडिंग का स्पेलिंग नहीं आता।
अरे शिव नहीं नहीं दे रहा।
ठीक है,
इसकी बुढ़ा हो गया।
then you have to say please little bit louder. Second point, during the time of natural calamity, during the time of natural calamity, there is acute shortage.
There is a
Acute shortage.
हाँ
Acute है. अच्छा.
Acute.
जैसा सोच वैसे बजेंगे. Acute food shortage, especially during floods and earthquake. Especially during floods and earthquake. Okay. Now you have to just relax for 2 minutes. I will come back getting some hot water from my throat if available, or at least I will feel it.
5 minutes.
Good. ठीक है, read that question answer.
पैराग्लाइड सब 0.5
क्या हुआ? During the time of natural calamity, there is acute shortage and actually during floods and earthquake.
तेरा ही पीना है
आया भाभी की पानी देने पानी से ही वो प्यास बुझा लेंगे पानी से ही पेट भर जाएगा बिल्कुल लाइट दिख रहा है सामने का
चौके मार रहे हैं
अभी शर्म कर मेरा पानी पीने डाला है
इससे तो पी लो क्या हालत कर दी इस बेचारे कौन सा ऑस्ट्रेलिया ऑस्ट्रेलिया का 0 पे ऑस्ट्रेलिया ब्रेक है ऑस्ट्रेलिया 0 पे है 0.0 ऑस्ट्रेलिया पे ऑस्ट्रेलिया एक भी बार नहीं थी राइट साउथ अफ्रीका
बाहर
टॉप पे देखना
इंडिया
सेकंड ए
Hey guys, read it. There is some medical problem. Just read it.
ए
मेरे को पता है मेरे को पता है उसको मिला उसको
मेरे को बैक कर
पांच में बजट में याद रखना तो चंडीगढ़ लीना बिता चाहिए तो नहीं है उधर जल्दी शाम में
तो बाहर के लिए निकलना है अपना बस से शुरू पता है क्या हुआ
नहीं पता 4 दिन एब्सेंट था
और मैं घर से लेटर लिख रहा बैग में देखा लेटर नहीं है मैं उसमें करके लिख रहा हूं और इसका बच्चा पार्टनर बोल रहा है अभी लिख रहा है वो क्या फाड़ रहा था
मैं भी बोल रहा था साइन कैसे आता
साइन आता है मम्मी का तो मम्मी का पिकअप से
चीटी का सर तो मेरे फॉर्म में लाते हैं प्रॉब्लम किया था अभी तक नहीं मिला है ये हमारे सर अरे yang pertama yang turun nama rekod nama. Itu perlu ada lagi jadi yang pertama. Jual betul. Itu dari kalau jual betul. Itu sampai percaya. Chutney already.
What is it? What is it? What was happening? Acha, listen. How many questions you can tackle from this chapter? Tell me. This chapter. Just check it. Check it. I think 1 and 2. Richa, read the first question.
Why agriculture is still active?
Second,
Which type of people is more vulnerable to?
I haven't explained vulnerability, na? I might have explained in poverty. Third, okay, 1 and 2 you attend. I'll meet you in the lectures and we'll see how it goes. Okay, don't hurry up, please.
Yes.
So you'll be there for long time. Go home.